ears.
Wet
It
your
is
whistle.
time to wet your whistle, everybody. We told you we would be joined by my wonderful friend Chuck Gillentine, but we have a special guest today that I have been requesting. Murph is coming on.
Yeah,
you want to tell everybody who Murph is?
He's a pretty special guy. We all love him out here. He's a man of his own thing. So
You'll meet Murph soon.
yeah, he's a great guy.
Murph's been with you how long?
2009.
Wow. Where'd you find him?
Oh, found him in the vineyard.
Oh, just
Yeah, he
walking around.
Our first vineyards, he pretty much built and planted.
Fantastic.
Over at the other place.
The other place.
Yeah. So he
right down the street.
Yep. Beautiful vineyards he planted. Yep.
Yeah, he's
a wonderful job.
Amazingly talented. So we're going to introduce you to the winemaker, Murph, coming up. We're going to talk about Norton. Let me grab this bottle, and we'll be showcasing this. So and we're going to have a lot to talk about with regards to this. I hope you guys have a bunch of questions about this. This is a Norton. I want to talk all about stereotypes, press, bad press, good press, awards, things like that. Do you have any questions about Norton? And let's give them, the people that don't know this, what is Missouri's grape?
It's a Norton.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
It's also Cynthiana. That's the same grape, basically.
So if somebody goes to a Missouri winery and they say Cynthiana, Norton, what about Chamberson? What's Chamberson?
Chamberson's a totally different varietal.
Completely different varietal. Okay, so Cynthiana would be a Norton, though?
Would be a Norton grape.
Is it 100% Norton?
I believe it's like 99.99.
Okay.
Yep.
So as close as you can get to that. So now you know when we're talking about Missouri wines, if you didn't know, and that would be a trivia question for you coming up, if you wanted to know what Missouri's grape was, it's the Norton grape. So we're going to talk about Missouri wines today. We also are going to showcase what they're doing in the background because they're busy. You hear the phones ringing because they have a big cellar dinner tonight, which I'm really excited. My mom's here. You can see her in the background right there. Wave, Mom. Jim's coming. This is the big cellar dinner we've been talking about for the last few weeks. But how about you grab a glass of your favorite if you can, if you're at home. If not, you can enjoy this maybe a little bit later. But we're going to try this. So here, I'm just going to be real as real it can be. Every time I've ever gone to a winery, and you know this about me,
yep.
I've always said, not a big Norton fan.
Yep.
Why do I say that? What is it about a Norton?
It's not
right.
It's not a Napa Cabernet or a big, West Coast red.
But what is it that I'm tasting that's so different?
Well, it's the only true American grape.
Okay. It's
totally native. Okay. It goes back to Thomas Jefferson. In fact, it could have been planted by Thomas Jefferson's son. It's a small grape, very thin skin, but it creates incredible flavors. It's allspice. It's just different. It's you're used to that big grapey, the blackberry, the jam, this and that. You can get a jammy Norton. Nortons can be made several different styles. I mean, we crop it down enough to make it where it's got good flavors. We barrel it in some French oak, and we've used Hungarian oak. We haven't used any oak from the States.
Okay.
But we normally, because French oak, European oaks will quiet it down a little bit. It won't be as harsh as maybe an American oak.
I think that's the thing. So if you're just tuning in, we are live, by the way, from Defiance Ridge Vineyards, and we're talking about Norton today. We told you we were going to feature a Norton. If you've never had one before, I want you to try it. Here's the deal. I have always trusted Chuck. So when he says, Monica, try this one, you actually might like this. That's really the big thing that I always tell everybody is you have to at least be open-minded. Even if I've come to the table and said, I'm not a huge fan of a Norton, I will always have someone say, but try this year's. Maybe it's different.
I would think when you say that, you've had Nortons that are kind of astringent, maybe too acidic, and that's a characteristic that can be done and made from Norton.
I will tell you, if you could scratch and sniff on this show, it doesn't smell like Nortons I've smelled in the past.
It's got good cherry flavors. It's got a lot of allspice, and that's big characteristics of Norton.
Maybe that's it. Allspice in food, I'm usually not a fan of. Maybe that's it.
Allspice is a total characteristic of a Norton.
Yeah. Tell us what you're going to grab, by the way. Somebody just said, Mom looks amazing. Yeah, in her little leopardy. Let me taste this. If you're just tuning in, we've been doing Wet Your Whistle Wednesday for the last several months. We started with Defiance Ridge Vineyards just within the last month. And we've been featuring different wines that they have. This is the, 2020?
This is 2020. We actually aged this in 18 months in oak.
18 months.
Yep.
Can I tell everybody what makes a wine a reserve? Because this is a Norton Reserve.
you can name anything a reserve. You know, normally you try to get the best of the best if you want to make a reserve. Usually it's small production, um, but a winemaker reserve is usually something they think is the best of what they have.
The best of the best.
Well, it's
Is
like
it normally limited availability?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, can be. I mean, you take, and I always go back to Camus because I know their production and how they do things more than anybody else. But they make a lot of Cabernet,
Mm-hmm.
and they select their, especially select what you will have at night.
Mm-hmm.
They just select the best barrels of 5,000 barrels. They'll go in and select 20% of that as being their special select.
Good afternoon, everyone. By the way, Wet Your Whistle Wednesday on the Real Monica Adams Show. We're visiting with Chuck Gillentine. We're going to visit with Murph here in just a bit. He's going to go a little bit deeper into what makes up the Nortons and all the other wonderful wines that they have here. But this is the one that we're featuring today. I took this picture for you earlier.
Yeah, Murph will be great with telling you what's going on in the vineyard now, how he does this.
How he does this. And so you are again experiencing firsthand what happens here at Defiance Ridge. It's always very busy. We talked last time, and I think it's important for everybody to understand just the importance of appreciating the people and every single person that goes into making one glass, one bottle of wine. Look at, I put the little vineyards behind us. You like that?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Everybody, do you have any questions?
Wish we had that many.
I know, right? You have any questions about Missouri wines or wines? Let me know. Right now, we are live on Facebook. We're on X, Twitter. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube as well. So welcome aboard, everybody. Feel free to drop in and ask questions. If you watch this later, drop in the questions and I'll pass them along to Chuck. I know you've been busy getting ready for what is behind us. We are going to have a big cellar dinner tonight. And these are wines from your cellar?
These are from my personal cellar, yeah.
So what are we in store for tonight?
I think you'll be impressed by the whites.
The whites?
Well, look, you're having some great wines, okay?
With some really great food. I looked at your menu.
It is fantastic. We're going to do a couple side by sides, but the wines were marvelous. I mean, they're just they're great cellar wines.
Well, and this is the reason why you'd want to join and be a part of their wine club membership, because you get discounts off of different events, the big wine dinners, etc. He's been having different wine dinners here, but this is the big cellar dinner tonight. I'm talking about, okay, let's see if I remember correctly. I look at the menu. So lox chips.
A lox chip is.
Tell us what that's going to be.
I tasted it yesterday. Oh, you're going to love it. It's fantastic.
It's got a salmon, I guess.
It's salmon.
Lox.
He serves it on potato chips, especially waffle chips. And Jay Schramm's is a champagne that you'll be drinking, or sparkling, and it's a 2011 champagne.
Okay.
Great pairing.
And then there's a
chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie, handmade chicken pot pie. You're missing about
French style, and we're serving it with a 2018 Chardonnay from Oregon.
Okay.
It's a Chablis style, and then a Chenin Blanc that's 14 years old.
Wow.
And it's the big expensive wine of the night, and we'll serve it first because it's really powerful.
Okay.
It's really interesting.
And then you're going to do a mac and cheese
with
gourmet mac and cheese
with a 2014 Donham Pinot Noir that is one of the better Pinots I think I've had from Sonoma, from Russian River Valley.
And if you've been following, Chuck has been telling us about how he is a big Pinot fan. He's again, I love
this wine.
I love you introducing me to wines that I normally wouldn't gravitate to.
I love this wine.
Okay, and then we've got a beef dish,
and then you have a side by side pairing with 08 Camus and 08 09 Special Select Camus, which was rated 97, and probably still has another 10 years in it.
Gosh, that's the thing that I think is always amazing for people that are just tuning in, of how you know when it's the proper time to drink a wine. That's always been my big question, which I think I'm actually going to ask Murph. I think that would be a big one for him. The dessert is going to be, is it a lemon tart?
It's a lemon tart. I changed the wine to an ice wine.
Oh, so not a port.
Riesling. Yeah, it just, the port was not going to work with it.
Well, that makes me happy. I like an ice wine better.
It's a 2006 Riesling, and it's really nice. We just tasted it. Just tasted it a few minutes ago. It's
ready for us.
Murph likes his ice wines. He's a fan of.
I am too, and this is the thing that you always have to introduce yourself.
First wine we made at the other place was a Vigneault ice wine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, and in fact, he had a couple bottles left that.
Somebody just said you're making me hungry,
Yeah.
and they
Oh,
love a Pinot.
yeah.
Hello, Barbie. Barbie's new to the show. She just started tuning in after the big artist was on the other day. She said, "I love Defiance Ridge. I've been there when two Pedros were there. Sounds delicious.
Yes.
They're good performers."
And we had 800 people here Sunday.
800. Okay, I know you had said before that you think you could fit 700, so evidently you know you can fit 8.
It was a busy day.
That's
Wasn't
because
it?
you had nice weather.
Yeah, it was a busy day. For this time of year, it was tough because we didn't have the other kitchen open. We can't open it till it warms up.
Right.
And it was pretty interesting.
800 people.
800 people. Yeah.
So phenomenal musicians that they have here. Wonderful events. Actually, there's some events coming up. Let me show you. If you're looking for something to do with your friends and family, I know one of them is sold out, but there was a wait list in case there's an opening for your friends trivia.
We have both of the ones Friday and this Saturday, and we have back to back.
Yeah, you got movie trivia.
They're both sold out.
They both are.
Yeah.
But there's a wait list just in case someone
there is
can't.
a wait list.
Put yourself on it. Yeah. But so we've got Friends Night, that's Friday, movie night Saturday, and then you've got the Marvel Universe Trivia Night on March 8th, next Friday. This is all the stuff that you can find on their website, by the way, defianceridgevineyards.com. And I'm showing you a little bit because I have a feeling they're going to be pretty busy this weekend. That's what it looks like when it's crowded. You cheers together. The weather's going to be beautiful this weekend.
It is. Yeah, we've discussed it for 3 days now.
It's going to be in the 70s. 70, so Saturday and Sunday. Once again, we're out showcasing, and we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to bring the winemaker in to tell us a little bit more about this. But let me tell you, this is actually good. This I think it's the tartness. Yes, tart cherry.
That's first thing you get.
Mm-hmm.
But allspice is definitely a dominating characteristic in Norton.
Yeah, it's the cherry. It's very, very tart cherry. What would you serve with this? Because that's the biggest thing
Barbecue.
I need to do right. Barbecue?
Yeah.
Oh, with like heavily barbecue sauce?
This is a great Missouri. This is a great food wine. Norton is.
Well, for me, it has to be. I don't think I would be able to just sit there for a night.
You could eat pork ribs with this all day.
Maybe okay.
Nice.
What else? What other barbecue? I'm not a big barbecue fan.
I would think some thighs.
How about a salsiccia? Would that be good?
Sure.
A little spice in that?
Yeah. Spice goes with spice.
Spice with all spice. All right, everybody. If you have any questions, I'm going to look over on our Instagram page as well and on Twitter. We are going to bring the winemaker, and I've been telling you that we were going to feature him. So Murph, we're going to introduce you to him when we return. We need women to lift women up.
Let's do that. Being on Monica's show, it was like one of the best interviews I've ever had.
Monica's very real, and she really cares about people.
She's changing lives.
Changing lives.
I think this is just really what people want to see.
Giving back so much to the community, and I really appreciate it.
Today, Monica was extraordinarily real, not only with me, but with her viewers and her listeners.
Made the interview process like talking to a friend.
How are you doing? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a few weeks.
Hey. You're close.
Monica. Whoa.
So go out in this world and be anything you want to be. But before you do that, first, be kind.
All right, everybody, let's go. Welcome back. We are doing Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. We are live from Defiance Ridge Vineyards, just absolutely gorgeous. And we were just talking with the owner, Chuck Gillentine, talking about the Norton. I want to introduce you to Murph, who I've known for a long, long time, the winemaker that does all the blood, sweat, and tears. Hi, how are you?
All right, how you doing? Good
Great.
To see you again.
Good to see you. I've known you for a long, long time.
Yep.
Good friends with my brother.
Yeah, we work together.
Yep. I think that's when I first got introduced to you, either you or through Chuck.
Yep.
But so how long have you been in the winemaking business?
This will be my 30th year.
30?
Yeah, it started in 94.
Cheers to you.
Yeah,
is this yours?
Yeah.
Let's do this together. Cheers. 30 years is a long time, but that means you have to have passion.
Oh, yeah, you have to have passion. So that's something you just can't do on a whim. And everyday job, it's a lot of hard work. And you gotta have the, it's cool when you go out there, you're planting the plants, you're training it up, you're picking it, you're crushing it, you're seeing it from the very, very beginning to the very, very end. And to me, that's the coolest thing about this job.
Yeah.
Then you see people enjoying
enjoying the fruits of your labor,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it's great.
We had someone on that's a really awesome artist the other day, and I was talking about the level of art, right? There's so much of it. What you do is an art.
Yeah.
Everybody that's in the wine industry. What got you involved in? How did you first get involved in winemaking?
I was at the right place at the right time. Didn't really seek out this job, but I graduated college with a business degree. Not having used it, like I said, I was at the right place at the right time. And I started getting fascinated. I started asking questions, and all of a sudden, me being such a good worker.
Yes, he is such a hard worker.
They hired a winery down the street, hired me, and 30 years ago, and still at it.
And then you came over here with a lot of people following Chuck.
Yep.
What is about Chuck that you love working for?
Chuck is an awesome guy.
Yes.
Best boss I ever had.
Really? Oh, I think he's going to tear up.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, we've become friends from a long, long time ago, and there's a lot of passion in that guy, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Chuck, you're making him cry. Look, I said, what is it about Chuck you like working for? He said, you're the best boss ever. That right there. That's what I love.
You weren't supposed to hear that.
This is what I love about this show. Everybody, show real emotions. The name of the show is The Real Monica Adams because I want you all to be more authentic and show exactly what this guy is showing. So that's passion. You're right. It all just came out of you. What do you hope after everything that you all do here, because there's a lot of hard work. We talk a lot about the agricultural side, the farming side of it all. I don't think people understand just how much work. They just want to come in and have fun and open up a bottle of wine. But what do you hope people most appreciate about the work that you do here?
Enjoying the wine, enjoying the atmosphere, enjoying the company. To me, the feedback from the people is way better than any awards winning.
Yeah.
I mean, the positivity, everybody saying you do a good job, and makes me feel good.
Yep. There is a lot of work. How many hours do you work in a day just to get this all done for us?
Well, it all depends what part of the year. Obviously, harvest.
And harvest is when, for people that don't know?
We usually start at the very end of August. We pick the vignoles, which is the early ripening grape. The majority of the rest of it is done in September. Then we pick the Norton last, like the first or second week in October.
Okay.
And that's it.
So the vignoles are first.
Yeah, vignoles. Yeah.
Interesting. So a lot of people might not know about harvest. If you have any questions, by the way, somebody just said, what and how do you make blends? Is there a process?
We keep coming, like each grape, we keep it separate. Then when everything's done, fermented and everything, then we say, hey, let's blend a little this with this. And
it's I've gone through tours here and when I've been in Napa Valley, and I think it's really awesome to see all the behind the scenes. There's like a chemistry, right? I mean, that's the thing I don't think people understand. I mean, you've got flasks and all these things that you're going through in tubes.
Like I said, I went to college for business and I took a chemistry class. Didn't do so great in that. And I go, I'm never going to use this in my life. And that's the only thing I'm using. So.
Exactly, the chemistry side.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, let's just kind of go through here. Let's talk about this one. This bottle that we're featuring today, the 2020 Defiance Ridge Vineyards Norton Reserve. Tell them what the process is, how long, like what you start with and how long until it comes to us and having it in a glass.
Okay, like I said, the Norton, we usually pick last.
At the end,
Yeah, like first, second week in October. It comes in. We ferment the Norton on the skins for about 10 to 14 days. Then we crush it. Then we go through a second fermentation, malolactic fermentation. And that takes a couple months. Then we put it in the barrels. And for about 18 months, then
18 months.
Yep.
I mean, that's the thing. You have to have patience, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Patience to see your baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yes.
You do an amazing job. Love your wine, Barbie says. They do. I know we may have talked about this. Does Dry have any blends? I'm addicted to blends. No, does DRV? I'm sorry.
Okay.
So So what blends do you have here?
We have a red blend, which is a Shamerson Norton blend.
Okay.
And then we have a white blend, which is about 7 different.
Real? What's all in that one?
Seyval, Vignoles, Traminette, Niagara, Vidal, one other one.
Wow, I don't think I've had that one. 7
Yeah,
different white
that
ones.
one's a little sweeter though.
Okay,
It's not
maybe
real,
that's why.
It's not real sweet, but it's sweeter than
You know
semi-sweet.
what? Let's say this. If you're just tuning in, by the way, this is Murph from Defiance Ridge Vineyards. We were visiting with Chuck Gillentine, the owner. This is the winemaker. And I want you to come in when you visit. Ask for these guys. I would love for you, because they're here all the time. I'd love for you to meet the people that are behind the Wet Your Whistle Wednesday. And please do me a favor and support them, because they're supporting our show. When it comes to visiting with your friends and family and you're going into Defiance, you're going to Augusta, make sure you make your stop here. Come this weekend. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. They always have great music and everything. But yes, so she just said red blend, please. So the red blend again is the Chamberson and the Norton.
Yes.
So you want to try that. So again, I was mentioning it earlier, and you guys were smiling in the background, but do you have a lot of people that come in that are so used to big Napa Valley wines or Italian wines or French wines, and they say, I don't like a Norton? How do you get us to like a Norton?
You got to try it. Just try it. It kind of forces them. They go, and most people go, whoa, okay.
Because it's so very different.
Yeah, it's different, and they didn't think. A lot of people go Missouri wines.
I know.
Then they start tasting, and they go, well.
Why do you think people? And I wrote that in the description. Why do you think so many people turn their nose up to different Nortons and different types of Missouri wines? I just think that's the problem. Is the branding aspect? It's bad press.
Yeah, exactly.
Bad press.
Bad press. Yes.
Blame it on. I'm not in it anymore. Blame it on them.
Not getting off the cellar. Same thing with corks and screw caps.
Oh, true.
This psychological. I mean, everybody goes, well, it's screw cap.
This one, by the way, is a screw cap.
Yeah, it can't be good. It's a screw cap, but technically, a screw cap preserves the wine better.
Oh, look at this. So the corks. Do you have any idea when did the corks all come about? Do you know, like just in history?
Oh no.
We'll have to look up it.
I was going to say something, but then now to go, I'm not going to.
I'm not going to go there. I'm not sure if that's right.
Then everybody was like, no, it hasn't.
Somebody look it up for me. When did the cork come around?
Yeah.
Somebody said, Murph, I'm coming July 4th. Would love to meet you. Are you going to be here for the Ruby Lee concert?
Should be, yeah.
Yep. So we have, let me go ahead and show you that. For those of you that don't know, Ruby is coming to perform here on the 4th of July. We are going to be here. We're actually going to bring her out on stage. Tickets are available for that right now. She is an incredible performer. She was on The Voice, and she'll be performing here 4th of July, opening up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There will be a band before her. Then she'll take the stage at 7:30 to 9, and then fireworks. I've never been out here for your fireworks. So, so explain the fireworks. I'm going to actually, here, let's let them hear some fireworks. They'll be better here.
There you go.
Tell us about why we need to be here on 4th of July, because I've been told that your fireworks are incredible.
Oh, yeah. In fact, that guy back there, Zach, he's the one that sets it up. And
really?
Yep. Yep.
I understand there's dual fireworks going on?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he does an awesome job. So
they don't do anything just little here. It's big.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like a double show.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
So, look, I want you to make plans right now to be here with us. I think, Mom, are you coming? Are you coming 4th of July? You can meet Mama if you've never met Mama Jackie. So the 4th of July is going to be a lot of fun. Again, but big events beforehand. You guys have been really loading up like these. He told me these trivia nights have hundreds of people.
Oh, yeah. They sell out and everything. So.
Which is, and I wish I would have been able to come to the one this Friday. So Friends fans, if you were able to get that ticket, that's huge. But that's
I'm actually
sold
going
out.
to that one.
You're
myself.
going to that?
Yeah.
Are you a Friends fan?
Well, my niece is a big friend. She's like dragged me. I haven't seen it since the 90s. So.
Right.
I mean, I've seen them.
I wish it was still on. Well, the reruns are.
Yeah, the reruns. Yeah.
You know, you want more new ones.
Yep.
So again, we're trying Norton, and one of the things I'm going to tell you is I've tried a lot of different ones, but why you always have to keep an open mind is because every year is different. Explain that to everybody. I think.
Yeah, that's another. Yeah.
The climate, the
climate,
soil.
Yeah. Like for example, last year we had a freeze, which then you don't get as much. You had to rely primaries. Dies off, then you have to rely on the secondaries, which doesn't affect the quality of the grape, the quantity it doesn't. So you're struggling to find grapes that year.
Sure.
But then if you get a really rainy season,
what does that do? That's bad.
That's bad because the grapes come in bigger, but the flavor also dilutes the flavor. You almost want a drought because it stresses out the grapes. And you get higher sugar levels and more flavors to it. So
interesting.
So you really want a drought.
Okay.
Not a whole drought.
Right.
You want good rain in the spring.
You want to blend.
Yeah.
You want to blend.
And then towards the end, before that's when we went to drought.
So as we came out of this past fall and into what I think was
Yeah.
a pretty easy winter.
Yeah. Oh
right?
yeah. Well,
So how would this vintage be for you?
Still wait and see.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing. I mean, as long as it's not budding right now.
Yep.
So everything's.
Which, by the way,
okay.
everybody's been talking about. If everybody looks at their house with the crazy weather
Yeah.
pattern we had, I mean, we just had 86-degree weather yesterday,
No, yeah.
dropping down into the 20s.
Yeah.
We've got freezes again last night, tonight,
Yeah.
and then we're going to go back into the 70s. So
Yeah.
it's this up and down pattern. You guys watch the weather like crazy.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it hasn't affected us yet because
Good.
there's no buds. Once it starts budding, then you know when it freezes. That's when.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm glad to hear that because a lot of people at their houses are
Yeah,
watching all
those
these plants come up.
Yeah.
And they're confused.
Yeah. Certain plants are not like all right. And then,
Yeah, they're like, is it
Yeah,
time? It's
yeah.
not time. Get
No,
back.
get back down there, yeah.
Terry
So-
says this year, I believe it's to be the perfect drought. Yeah, she's hoping. She's putting it out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So if we had to pick Murph's favorite, I know it's hard. It's kind of like picking a child.
Yeah.
What's Murph's favorite here?
Well, actually, on the red, the Norton Reserve.
It is.
And the whites, I like the Vignoles and the Chardonnay we make.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of your Vignole and the Chardonnay. Okay,
Yeah.
if you had to pick a second red, what would it be?
The Chamberson.
Okay, how about a third?
Oh man.
Only reason I'm saying this is I'm
Yeah.
not. It's the tartness of the cherry.
Yeah.
That I'm not used to. But as Chuck was mentioning,
Yeah.
if you're going to try, and I want you to, by the way, come here and do a tasting. Always be open-minded to say, no, this is for me or this isn't for
Yeah.
me. We all have different palates.
Yeah.
So just because I like something doesn't mean you're going to like something.
Yeah, people come up to me and goes, "What's your favorite?" I go, "Okay, I tell you my favorite. That's I mean you're gonna like it." So
if we came over to Murph's house,
Yeah.
and you served us this, what would you be serving us to eat with it? Because Chuck mentioned some barbecue. You agree with that?
totally, 100%. Yeah.
So I mentioned, and I know he
ribs.
okay. Oh, he didn't say ribs. So ribs would be
Yeah.
good. Some good pork.
Yeah,
But
pork,
are you here's the question though. So if you're having a Norton and you're trying to blend it properly with the food that you're going to serve,
Yeah.
what about the seasonings? Because there's allspice in this, so you don't want to over season. That's the other
Yeah.
question for everybody.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
want to over season the food that then it cancels out
Yeah.
the wine.
Overpowers.
So what would it be? Just very light seasoning,
Yeah.
barbecue sauce, or no sauce?
Like barbecue sauce. but
Yes.
Not real spicy.
So more sugary based.
Yeah.
So not a spicy barbecue sauce,
Yeah.
folks. So try the Norton, try the Chamberson,
Yeah.
try the Vignoles and the Chardonnay.
Chardonnay. Try
Those
them
are
all.
Merv's favorite.
Yeah.
So when you do tastings, by the way, how many tastings do you get? What does it say?
Yeah,
Five.
Five tastings. Yes.
I'm going to look over your shoulder here. So you got 5 wines for what?
$8.
And then 5, and you get a logo glass. I need a logo. I need one of those
Yeah.
glasses. For 15, if you want to bring the logo
Yeah.
glass home with you.
Yeah.
And then the reserve wines, which is this.
Yeah.
Right?
That's one of the reserves.
What other reserves do you have?
From the West Coast, we got a red blend, we got a cab, a Cabernet Franc,
Oh, that's my favorite.
and a Chardonnay Reserve.
Okay, so if somebody is wanting, I know Terry said she was a big blend fan. So the Missouri blend is the Chamberson with the Norton.
Yes.
But you have a blend from the West Coast.
Yes.
That's Cab and Cab Franc together?
No, we have a
Separate.
separate Cab Franc
What-
in the cab.
You have a red blend, though, from the West
Yeah,
Coast?
then we got also a red blend.
And what's that blend of? Do you know? No.
I'm sorry.
But I think that's the one that I probably tried before. I
Yeah.
agree with Terry. I really do. I've come
Yeah.
around to really
Oh, yeah,
enjoying blends.
yeah.
Why
Yeah.
do you think? What is it in the palate that I'm enjoying? Just the mixture
Yeah,
of it all?
because you don't yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
I said it.
Yeah, you said it. Like I was going to say something. Well, thanks. That's
No,
what I
she
was going to
said
say.
What is your, before we wrap up, what is
Yeah.
your favorite thing about winemaking? Like what just brings you, because again, it's a lot of hard work. He works a lot of hours.
The final, all the sweat and tears and getting up and pouring it and people reaction, positive reaction to it.
Yeah.
That's it's all worth it.
What time do you start your day?
Well, like normally I start between 5:30 and 6.
See, early riser.
But harvest we start like 2,
2?
3 o'clock in the morning.
Welcome to my hours,
Yeah,
Murph.
yeah.
For 30 years. 30 years and 30 years.
Yeah,
Cheers
oh,
to you.
cheers.
Yep, 30 years in radio and television.
Oh, congratulations.
But I stepped away last year to start this. This is now a year on Friday that we
wow.
launched this show.
Okay,
Yep,
cool.
all about positivity,
Oh, yeah.
right? We need more of
Yeah,
that in
oh,
life,
yeah,
don't we?
definitely,
We need to be
definitely.
kinder human
Yes,
beings to each other.
exactly,
I want you to reach out and talk to somebody that maybe you wouldn't have talked to. Terry just said Cab Franc West Coast blend. Yeah, I'm a huge Cab Franc fan, which
Yeah.
Chuck told us about last week that that's more rare.
Yeah,
The Cab
yeah,
Francs?
yeah. Cab Franc's usually a blending wine,
Mhm.
so it's very rare you see it by itself. But
This is not as hard as it was when he first opened it.
yeah,
That's another question. If this is a 2020, how early would we want to open that bottle before we serve it to our family and friends at our house?
right now.
It would be okay just
Yeah.
to open it right up?
Yeah.
Because I know some wines you got to open up hours before. Is
Yeah,
that an older
well-
wine?
Yeah, I mean, not hours, maybe 30 minutes or something.
But what like the 2008 Camus that he's going to have tonight? Would he open that a couple hours before dinner? An hour before?
About an hour before.
And what makes you have to decant a wine?
If you're not going to drink it all, so you can save it.
Okay.
And they're in the air,
Aerating
comes out and softens it up.
softens it up. Yep.
Yep.
Because sometimes it's just so tight that
Yeah.
you were like, oh,
Yeah.
this thing needs to breathe.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to ask this last question, and
Okay.
some of you may not know this, but people who I know in the industry that are winemakers, they say that they love the sediment that's in a wine, and they actually want. Is it back to the passion of what they did, and they knew that the soil
Yeah.
was a big part of it? They
Yeah.
actually want that grittiness.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because to me, it's just dirt. I'm like, get that away from me. But see, you guys like it. Why? Bringing you back to the memory?
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. So if you ever get that, and you can sometimes see it when you pour
Yeah. And
into
it's
a
not bad
decanter.
for you. It's good. It's good.
They want that. So if you don't want it, pass it along to the winemaker.
Yeah.
Michelle said you just need to give that wine mouth to mouth. All right, we're always
Yeah.
going to make you laugh, and we're going to educate you. So do me a favor. If you, what's this? Oh yeah, look at this. We got to show this. Come here,
Oh,
Chuck.
no.
Come back into this. When was this made? Hang on, let's get Chuck back in here before we wrap
Yeah.
up.
We've had these for like
You gotta come-
3 years now.
Look at this. Drink Missouri wine with Murph. I
wine.
know it's Mo, but we're gonna.
Yeah.
It stands for Missouri, though, right?
Yep.
Okay, so drink Mo wine with Murph. Look at you, you're a celebrity. What do you think
yeah.
about that?
I'm pretty much an introvert, so I'm not really.
Yeah, I'm sure he loved me putting him on camera
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
I love that. But this is the thing, you do. He is just one of the kindest human beings that you'll ever meet, and so passionate and truly an incredibly hard worker. And I know that you and Chuck are great, great friends.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was
Thank you
wonderful
so
to see
much.
you. Craig
Thank
says
you.
hi, by the way.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
So Craig, my brother, is in the
Yeah,
industry as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
2020, when you come out here, I want you to ask for this. The 2020 Norton Reserve. What does this go for, Chuck? What's this Norton Reserve go for? How much? 42. So 42, everybody. So if you're coming out this weekend, you want to try that out, you can do the reserve tasting, by the way, or you can pick your wines that you love, because as we want to say, again, just because Chuck likes something or Murph likes something
Yeah.
or I like something,
Yeah.
there's a reason why you should really do a tasting, because
Yeah,
across the board, you'll be like, oh, well, I like this. And then what I
Exactly.
want you to do is see what your favorites were,
Yeah.
right?
Exactly.
What final
Everything.
thought you want to
Yeah.
leave with them if they've never been here before of why Defiance Ridge Vineyards is the best place to come?
The atmosphere, people here, the workers, everybody's friendly. You're gonna have a good time. Like you said before, great bands.
Yes.
And very, like I said, very positive here.
Yeah,
Very
they
positive.
really are. And everybody's here
Yeah.
smiling and laughing
Yeah.
behind the scenes. And I got to say, that's the
Yeah.
one thing that you want. You don't want to have,
Yeah,
you
they
don't want to
have a-
walk in a place and people
Yeah,
are
they
like,
have a great crew here. I mean, everybody's very friendly there.
that's why I want you to come here.
Yeah.
There you go. Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Some trivia this weekend, some great music as well. We're going to have this incredible cellar dinner. Mom, you want to come and say goodbye? We couldn't use that camera. It kept turning itself off. I know I can't. It's too dark, but come and say goodbye. You've been here several times. What's your favorite thing about Defiance Ridge Vineyards?
About Defiance Ridge, it's fabulous, and I always like the wine and the fun
And the food.
and the food.
Yeah.
Some of the favorites, they have a great chicken salad. They have a
Yeah.
great actually, I didn't ask you that. What's your favorite food here?
On the Barnyard Burger.
That's my husband's favorite.
All
Tell them
right.
what's on the Barnyard Burger.
Everything. Egg, bacon.
You name it.
You name it. It's great. Get a handful of fries with it.
And you're set.
And you're set, and some Norton.
And so, okay, I was just going to say, what's your favorite wine to serve with the Barnyard Burger? Norton? There you go.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to leave it. Drop the mic right there, folks. Defiance Ridge Vineyards. Put it on your list of places to go. Enjoy the beautiful weather that's coming up. And again, come out here, ask for Chuck, ask for Murph, and just thank them for all the incredible work they do. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much, Mike. Thank you.
We're going to stick around. We're going to have a wonderful cellar dinner, and I'm going to give you my review of it tomorrow morning. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Look forward to seeing you. I say this all the time. You chose to go from business and chemistry to making wine. That means that he attacked his passion and what he wanted to do. And I tell them all the time, go out and be anything you want to be in the world. But before you're anything, shake people's hand and tell them that God bless them and that you show them kindness, because we need that, right?
Oh, yes.
Everybody, be a little bit more kind.
Yes.
All right. Love you all. God bless.